Hey, what up, traders? The time is 10:25 in the morning. I'm on a little bit late this morning because it's Monday, and that's no other reason. Didn't sleep very well. Um, okay, so I've been looking at last week. I've been looking at the breakout of the overnight range at the start or the open of the London session, and it looks like we had two semi-decent push downs here. Whether we'd have been able to trade them, I don't know really, because I'd have wanted it to break below there. I wouldn't have been on. I wouldn't have been on at 7:30 for that. I wouldn't have been on for that. So then coming on at 8, I would have been trading probably short off of here, based on a break of this level, which is not going to have got us much really, to be fair. Just down to there. And then we had an immediate push back up. So if we push back up into the value area, then you kind of expect it to go to the point of control of the Depop. So I may have taken it if it had broken and consolidated back in there. But again, that's a tiny trade. It's not really. It's breakouts I'm really after. I don't really want to be trading inside of this zone. This is tiny. This overnight range, this value area, so far through the day is rubbish. So let's have a quick look back at. I mean, look at this tiny range. So, what areas have we got to trade into? Up here would be nice, to the top of that area. This range here, it looks fairly clear, and maybe up to the top of the value area from Friday. And then there's the value area low, which is not that far away, to be honest. So that's kind of what we're looking at. We're looking for a breakout, really, up or lower. If we have a breakout south, there's that low there. I'm going to want to clear that before we go in, and then maybe ride it down to here. Possibly, I don't know. We'll have to see how the morning maps out. Really, this is the 15. This is the 60. Do we get? That's nice drop off there. Look, it's on the 15. Yeah, that's Friday. So there's a tweezer we could have traded. That, and then held on all the way down. Look, all the way down there. Look. So that's the open. Is that the open? Yeah. So we push down. Just before the open, consolidate it, and then really rocket it south. So that would have been a good trade, trading out either that tweezer or the breakout at that level. Yeah, but that's all hindsight trading, and hindsight trading is brilliant because we never make any mistakes, and we all know that we all make mistakes, and I make more than many. So yeah, we're going to take it a little bit slower today. So let's see if we can pick some sort of direction, some sort of bias. Really, I mean, we're underneath the MAs on the 15, but we're kind of coming into neutral territory. We're making higher lows, we're making higher highs. Does that lead us to think that we might try and break up here? Maybe. We've got some cumulative delta on the 15, which is positive. There's very little going on the Mbox histogram. Just come up to the 60 for a second. Cumulative delta on the 60 that says south, basically. But since this drop off, there's really not been anything on the histogram. The bias on the 60, does that override everything else? Yeah, kind of. If we're going for direction, that there is so much bigger than all of this. So you've got to pay attention, really. So it'd have to do something pretty special for us to go north. We'd have to see something quite positive, wouldn't we? Yeah, there's the two. There's our value area high, value area low. Here is our Depop. We've broken above the value area high, and we've broken above these levels here, and we started to consolidate, and then we've come down and we've come back up, and we haven't made higher highs. And that's interesting because we want to be making we want to make a high higher than that to be going north. We also want this to be growing here. We want some big numbers here. We want something here. So if you have a look at this, the histogram, you might just be able to see this. We're getting slightly more reds than blues. It's kind of rolling over, and you can see this is rolling over as well. Ever since here, which was at like 9:30 this morning, been kind of neutral. But we look like we're coming off a little bit. What's the time? 10:30. So that's been a bit of a mix really. Just going here across here. So we've traded all this area already. It's kind of call it the fuck zone. You don't really want to be trading it. You want to be trading into clear space. That's kind of underneath these areas here. So we'll see what happens really. I mean, consolidation above the Depop might lead us to think we're going north. This is on the 3 minute, so that might say we're going north, but the histogram says we're going south. So we've got mixed signals. We've got to wait for better signals, and that's it really. That's my review. Not really that in depth, but trade what you see, not what you think. Yeah, we've got some tweezers coming in here as well, because you tend to get tweezers when you get little ranges. So we had a breakout there, come back in. Yeah, it's not clear. It's not clear. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's not clear. So I'm going to go and pause, and I might go and get a coffee, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to go on pause. It is 10:32 in the morning, and we are the 18th of September in the UK, 10:32, and I'll be back online later if anything interesting happens. Hey guys, restarting the video. It is 11:05 in the morning UK time, and we're in the 18th of September. So we were putting in some consolidation, sideways ranges, putting some tweezers. We were above the Depop and we were above the value area high, and we were in and around this area, and then we put in some tweezers, and then we've just broken lower than those tweezers. So this is a change of behavior. So you're probably going to look at trying to fill this area maybe. If we break down here, then I'm going to be interested in a short, because if you have a look here, you can see got a little bit of a runoff there, and with the reds picking up on the histogram, and we've got a runoff here as well. It'd be nice if these could, well, especially the cumulative delta, if it could go negative and stay negative. We haven't had any signals or anything yet. I mean, it's really just sideways consolidation really. So we'll look at the 15. That was a 3 minute a minute ago. Still positive there. And let's have a look at the 60. Yeah, it's coming off there on the 60. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So play it by ear again. Look, we're just going sideways out of this range. We want it to break below this range, and then we can maybe run it down to the bottom there. Break above and hold above this range, and we can run up to the top of that range there. This range. That's what we're looking to play today. Whether it works or not is a different matter. Whether I take a load of shit trades and hit my lost target for the day is a different matter, isn't it? Whether I get brain fade and just decide to give up, that's another matter. We've got to take into consideration mental fatigue for staring at the charts all morning. But there you go. It is what it is. We'll play it by ear, like I keep saying. Right, I'm going to go on. Right, let's have a look. It's 11:07. I'm going to go on pause. We'll see if it consolidates. We'll see if it consolidates below the Depop. We'll see if the Depop moves. If the Depop moves and then we push lower and consolidate below that, then I kind of like. What I like to see then is if it pushes away from the Depop in the same direction, or if it goes back above and consolidates above, because that can kind of give us some clues maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Right, it's 11:08 on the morning of the 18th of the 9th, 18th of September in the UK, and I'm going to go on pause until something interesting happens. Okay, restarting the video. So it's 11:16 in the morning, and we've just had this bit of a power move down. Look, we've just had this. We've just pushed out of the bottom of the value area low. Sellers in control. MA's gone negative, but it's done that before. So okay, that's nothing amazing. However, what I like to do, and what you should be looking to do, is see this big move down here that was created by this histogram and this cumulative delta. And what I've done is I've just drawn some lines across so that I know that if we get into this area, and we are close on this one, close in this area, that was the amount of volume that drove those down. Now, the situation might be different this morning, a little bit later on this morning, but that gives us some sort of idea, or something a target to work with. Really, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you have a look at some of Mboxwave videos, he will do this. So he'll look at big moves, or he'll look at the moves from the day before, and he'll mark out the histograms and the cumulative delta. And if we get into those areas, then you should be paying attention. You look for an entry signal at those points, you know. So let's have a quick look up at the okay. So 15-minute. It's a little bit of red appearing there on the 15-minute. On the 60, we're still coming off a bit, aren't we? Yeah, there's nothing brilliant so far. So we're looking at really below this area, isn't it? But we'll see if we can get a signal before, maybe in that range. Just waiting for it to pick a direction, really. It hasn't really picked a direction. Some days it doesn't pick a direction and it just drifts or grinds for the rest of the day, but fingers crossed we'll pick a direction. I mean, this is meant to be looking at the London Open, you know, and getting a direction off of there, but I wasn't up early enough, so there you go. So we're now safely in the bottom half of the value area. We're consolidating below the depot. I'd expect at some point maybe the depot will move. If we get a shift in value area and depot, then that's interesting as well. So we are in this area here, which is good. It's given us that move. We haven't done anything like that, so it was less effort to move it that distance than it was to move it that distance. So anywhere below here might be interesting. Okay, 11:19 and 33 seconds in the morning on the 18th of September. I'm going to go on pause. Okay, restarting the video. 11:40 in the morning on the 18th of September. We've just broken back up into the top half of the value area. We've bounced off the value area high. We haven't made a new high, and we're back below the depot. We're back below these tweezers. Still haven't picked a direction really, so we're a little bit of imbalance there. Look, a tiny little bit. Okay, we can sit and watch this for a bit. See if we can see if there's anything else pointing to a direction. No, it's sideways. On 15, sideways on the 60. So they're making, you know, you've got to take into consideration you're doing that and you're doing that, but then you come down to the 15 and you're doing that, but you still got, so you break through there, you still, yeah, putting in a little bit of a wedge, really, to be honest. So let's see which way we break. Always remember though that you can have fake outs. You've got a fake out here, look, you've got fake outs here. Got a fake out there. But now we're definitely consolidating in the bottom half of the value area. So maybe we go short. We'll have to wait and see. We've not done anything here yet. Not done anything. We're not breaking out of that either. So I'm going to go. Yeah, probably coming up for lunch now. Lunch in the UK. The volumes may drop off, but I have to play it by ear. Keep saying that, don't I? Right, going on pause. 11:43 and 15 seconds. Hey guys, so we pushed up again. We tested that little trend line that I put in, and it looks like we're going to break below and make a new low here. So that brings this area into play. So we could go short off of this. Okay, I'm short for that. Stop above the Depop. We'll put that there for now, and then I just want to do a tiny little bit of follow up just to make sure. So sometimes it's a little bit of a gut feel. It's been making lower highs and it's been making lower lows since 8 o'clock this morning, although there was initial push up 8:30ish, 9. It looks like it wants to go south. Let's go, let's turn it off because that's annoying. Okay, bring the a second. So I do, okay, so I'm going to leave that at the Depop just for now, but then I want to bring it above the candle that took us out of the range, which is either this one or this one. It just looked like it was going to go. It just felt like it was going to go. And like I say, sometimes it's gut feeling. If we move this across here, so we've got another Mbox histo which is in that range. This is still coming off on the 3 minute. We haven't done anywhere near like as much cumulative delta as these two. However, that means we're looking at somewhere around the bottom of this range. Let's have a quick look here what's going on. Yeah, my stop, no, sorry, my target is there. Let's bring the target down to there, so that's the value area. Low from Friday. Just give ourselves space to breathe. We're down at around, so there's the VWAP, SD1, SD2, so around SD2, and it looks like we've got a valid short here, at least in this range anyway. It's not going to be a big money earner, I don't think, but we just have to play it by ear and see what happens. There you go, look, there we go. Look at that, look at that, look at that. So we're staying in. Okay, so that is now bigger than that area. So what I want to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pull that across like this, and I'm going to pull that up there to there, so I can see how far we go into this. So I'm expecting a little bit of a a little bit of buying around the bottom of this range, which might take us back up, which is why I leave my stop up here, just in case we get any bounce. I want to consolidate in this area before I bring my stop down. So we've now broken out below that area, and I would expect to see some buying coming in now. So X pace shows still pace of bids is selling. So let's have a quick look at the 15. Yeah, it's still showing positive on the 15. But there you go. Winging it as usual. So there's SD3, and we're below SD3 now. So yeah, we might be good for the bottom of this range, which is great. If we break out at the bottom of this range and we're looking at lots of reds, lots of negatives on these three, the histogram, the X pace and the cumulative delta, then we're staying in, and then we'll just move our target out the way, and then we'll just follow down with our stop. But if we get a lot of volume, then I'll expect that value area to move. Yeah, we're right below, we're way out the bottom of this range now. So yeah, we're just going to play it by ear. Expect some sideways movement at some point. Okay, so we are 11 minutes past 12 on the 18th in the UK. I'm going to go on pause, and I will restart the video if I move my stop, or if we break back up into this value area, because that tells me I'm wrong, and it was a fake out. But currently it's looking okay currently. That's all I'm going to say for now. I haven't got a crystal ball. I haven't got a clue where it's going to fucking go. Right, going on pause. Hey traders, so it is now 12:23, so it's in the afternoon in the UK. It's the 18th of September. Okay, so this is what I like to see. So you see this area here. Oh, I should really do this, to be fair. I should really do this. See this area? So we break out below here, and we put in these candles here, sideways candles, and then break below and make a new low. That's something that I like to see, because that means I may be right. Notice I said may, because it could come up and stop me out at any point, depending on what goes on the world stage. Geopolitical actions, war in Ukraine, nuclear strike from Russia, whatever, North Korea, I don't know. Anything can happen. However, at the moment, we've consolidated sideways, and we're actually consolidating below that box. So I'm moving that. That goes down there. That's above the candle that took us out of the range. I could possibly put it here, but with volatility, I do like to have a little bit of breathing room. 14 points on side, which is 60 ticks. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Right, new target. If we go for an equal measured move, right, so that's that point there to that point there. It's just one way of setting targets, right? That point there to that point there. Do that. Grab that. That point there to that point there. It's around there. Okay, so that's my target for now. What I will do is go up to, where am I? So yeah, there you go. Equal measure move takes us down to the bottom of that range. Which is fair enough. Which is another 15, so it's 30, so that's 120 ticks, isn't it? 120 ticks is not a bad day's work, to be fair. Well, he's happy with that. Still coming off though. Look, we've got some histogram coming in on the 60. But I'd like to see this rounding off and coming back down. But we might have to wait a little bit for that if that's going to happen. Don't want to see any green bits. Definitely don't want to see any green bits. 15 minute again. Looking a bit shit, to be fair. Got some histogram coming in. Yeah. Okay. Gonna leave it. See what happens. If we break above here, no, I might look to get out. I don't know, depending what the indicators look like. But yeah, that would mean that the break lower, we're back into this range, going sideways, could break back into there. I'd like to see more price action below this block here, because that means we may look to be testing lower. Yeah, they've got some, look at that, so that's in balance. It's in balance, so there's histogram blue below the line. Still got some X pace, and this is pretty good. I like that. As long as that stays below there, we'll stay in. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make this shit up as we go along. Okay, so 12:27, 12:30, 2 hours till the open. Okay, so I'd like to be out before the open, the New York Open. So fingers crossed we get some movement, or we get something that tells us we're reversing. Okay, gonna go on pause, back in a bit. Hey traders, so the trading gods are on our side at the moment. We've just had this push down, so we went sideways, put in a tweezer, trade away from tweezers, yeah? Not all the time, sometimes we are trading away from the tweezer. Put that on there. Got some profit, locked in some profit. So what can we say about this? Sideways range from the morning. Tried to break lower, couldn't. Tried to break lower, couldn't. Tried to break higher. Tried to break higher lots of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe not. Couldn't make a higher high. Broke back into the lower half of the value area. Broke below the value area. Broke below that swing there. Clear space. Consolidated sideways. Broke lower. And there you go. I think we're going to go to target. One thing I will check though is, because I don't like to leave money on the table. Look at this, it's come right off there, look. Boom. Although I do get brain fade. I think I drink too much coffee. There we go. Right, what we got? Bottom of that range. Yeah, fuck that shit. Let's go there. Bottom of that range there. Wonder if we've got anything further back that we can aim for. So, yeah, if I do this, we can actually, how do I do this? Okay, so it goes. Could aim for the bottom of that range, but you're probably safer going for the bottom of that one, because there's going to be some buy-in underneath here. So we will leave it. We'll leave the range at the bottom of that range. And that'll do me, because it's 12:36. 12:36. Time for some food. Never argue with your stomach. Okay, so we've got some bounce. The bounce is from, if you have a look at the ranges, the bounce is from the value area low. So you could probably get out here. So if we bounce up, we don't really want to bounce higher than these areas here, because that means you could consolidate and you could go back up. So let's just have a look at this. What did I say? I was going to stay in as long as we stayed below here, didn't I? Okay, so let's move this. Let's be true to my word and not bottle it. So as long as the cumulative delta stays below this area here, we're going to stay in, and we'll see where we get to. We've got a stop here. It's above that tweezer. We've got some profit locked in. Okay, so I'm going to go on to radio silence, and I'm going to wait until cumulative delta comes back up. Okay, I'm going to go on pause. We are 12:38 in the morning. Oh, sorry, in the afternoon of the 18th of September. Okay, so restarting the video. It's 1:15 in the afternoon on the 18th of the 9th. Right, I did say I was going to hold out until we came back to this line, but bottoming out pattern. Doink doink, sideways, higher lows, probably coming back in to test the MAs. So at 50 ticks, I'm going to move my stop to there. I think we're going to get taken out here. I wanted to be out before I still haven't had any lunch, so I am going to getting a few. Yeah, I don't want to be in here any longer. I've been watching this since about 10 o'clock. So I'm going to bomb out here. That'll do me. That's 50 ticks. That'll do. Let's close that shit out. 50 points, 200 ticks. That'll do me. If you like the video, like and subscribe below. I'm sorry about me just droning on about shit, but there is a lot of boring. There's a lot of boring shit in trading. Waiting for something to happen, then when something happens, seeing if it's worth taking the trade, and then when you're in the trade, waiting to see if you should get out. So yeah, sorry about droning on, but there you go. It is what it is. Shit happens. Right, if you like the video, like and subscribe below, and we'll I might try and get on a little bit earlier tomorrow. If I can get on for 8 in the morning, we might have some tradable London, overnight breakout on the London Open. We'll see if we can do something along those lines. But yeah, it's coming right up now. I'd expect it to come up here. Let's have a look at the VWAP on here. So there's SD1. Might come up and test the VWAP. It'll definitely test SD1 because we're between SD2 and SD1. If you know what SD2 is, standard deviations, look it up, Google it. Right, cheers guys. I will catch you in the next video. Like and subscribe below, like I've said about 100 times, and that's cool. We'll speak tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.